We're at a tag sale. We got up at 5:30. Oh no, we left the house at 5:30 this morning, and we're here at this estate sale, and there's already a line. We're number 5 and 6. Oh my gosh! First of all, little drama. Everyone was super kind, and we all decided, since it was drizzling, to wait in the car until people 6 and 7 came up and went straight to the line. So we all got out of the cars. Now we're sitting in the drizzling rain because they were cutting in front of all of us. Then we found out the very first person, and we're from Ohio. They flew here from Georgia for this tag sale. This is insane. We saw the pictures. There's some good stuff, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to go get in line. Bill's holding my chair, so it was a little cold. I was getting in the car. All right, I'm going to go back. All right, guys, it's 6:58. We get in at, 9 o'clock?
8 o'clock we get our number, and then 9 o'clock we get in the door.
Guys, we're in under the umbrella in our chairs. It is raining. We're not going to show the line, but this is getting crazy. We better get some good deals.
Tell them about the man from Georgia.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there's a guy here from Georgia. I did mention that. It's insane. He flew here. He got a rental car.
Because he collects
political stuff, which, we saw it in the ad.
And he said there's some very good stuff. Very good.
I have no idea. I just hope we get some good stuff, because this is crazy. I'm not going to show the line, but there's a lot of people on the line. All right. Look, everyone's coming with their umbrella. All right, guys, here's an update. We got our numbers. Very excited. I'm 5. What number are you, Bill?
4.
And look at this. It is pouring down rain. It is crazy. So now we sit in the car for an entire hour. This is insane. But yeah, we're excited. So this is the little house. And hopefully we get some good stuff. I have no idea how many numbers for sure went out. We stayed up there and asked her a couple questions, and I know she did hand out number 33 and 34, so it's a lot of people.
2's not up there yet.
Okay, we are looking here at the people. There must be, I don't know how many people in line. Probably maybe 40 numbers out by now.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, maybe 50, because we're still in the car. We're going to be heading up. But I want to just tell everybody a quick little thing. When I first go in, I'm going to be moving fast, and then I will slow down a little. So hopefully I don't make anyone seasick, because I am going to try to go, I don't know. I wanted to look at jewelry, but I might go straight to the basement. So please bear with me. I don't want to have anybody think this is going to be crazy, because I'm running through the house. I was maybe going to peek and see how the jewelry went.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get this. Where is the kitty? I saw the cat. Oh, a cat. Now, what is it?
Fishy stuff. This is a fishy place.
Oh, are you looking at fishing stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed it all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going for toys, so I'm going to be going around you.
What you looking for?
Just the toys.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm gonna get.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let me get the toys too. Let me get these toys.
Well, I don't know. I'm going for girl toys, so maybe they won't.
You going to what?
Looking
Girl
for,
stuff?
yeah, girl stuff.
For more boy stuff.
Okay, because I'm looking at dolls and stuff, so.
Dolls.
Yeah, because I got the cat. That was the one thing I really wanted. It's hard to tell. It's hard to focus.
Yeah, it is a lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I think I just hit you.
You fine. No, man, you fine. Like I said, we bump into each other like bumper cars around here. You don't understand. That's what happens. You don't. I bumped this one lady. She got irate and want to go off on me.
Oh.
I'm like, man, I just barely touched you. You know, I try to be respectable, but you bump into each other once in a while.
Yeah.
Thank you. How about you?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Did anybody down here, if you're not looking for them, see photographs? There was a box of photographs in the ad, and I can't find them. Just curious if nobody else is looking for them.
Oh, here go photographs over here.
Oh, there was a box of them.
Box, here go photographs.
Yeah, I just don't see them. Okay.
I see 'em.
Yeah, that was.
But here's a bunch of photographs for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some stuff. Hey, you go photo albums, man. No?
Well.
Did you get those? I did. Yeah, I was worried about them. The one that Bill did. Not that bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna need it themselves. How much are they? Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe not the bottom.
Yeah, they were $40 to get all three. It's,
All right, I do not see the photographs. Bill really wanted those, and I cannot find those.
oh,
Told me about it.
do you want that?
Yeah, I want it.
$40, okay. I thought you would. I told her that.
Yeah.
Actually, I better take that back upstairs. They're supposed to hold the jewelry.
Oh,
So I'll have her hold it for you.
well, they'll try.
Okay. And do you have anything about it?
No, I don't even know what they are.
You guys are just like-
You want those?
No, for now, that's fine.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. Oh,
Oh, man. $10 for $10.
did you get it?
Yeah, you want some help?
I'm looking.
I can pick that up, put it on the table.
I'm behind you, so I don't want you to step back.
Did you find the sundial?
Another guy got him, but that's okay.
You got them all?
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, they're asking $10 each. I'm gonna get one.
I didn't get the chance to even see
They
them.
barely fell for that much. But I wouldn't take 10 probably. I get them at the sale.
He got the pin.
Yeah, I know, he was fighting for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you showed it?
Thank you, I'm glad you found that, so
Yeah.
I'm glad you took the pressure off of me.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
wanted me to get it.
yeah, at least he got me a number and that's the least I could do.
Yeah.
But he didn't see it in the pictures originally.
I know, you're the one that told me about
Yeah.
it.
Right up his alley.
Stereo views.
No,
Did you get them?
I don't know where they are. You didn't tell me about that part.
That's it.
I'll go in that. You go take it.
Okay. These are all ones in this thing.
I'll just take care of it.
Five each. That's cute.
Exciting? Exciting, brother. All exciting.
Yeah. All right, I cannot find your photos anywhere, and I even had 2 people looking for them The box of
Right
photographs.
here. They right here. No,
Oh,
right here.
where? Oh.
Right here. The box of photos.
Oh,
right
yes.
here. See?
Oh my gosh, maybe.
It's the box
Oh,
of photos.
oh, thank you. I don't know. Bill, you might come in and look. Bill, oh wait, this might be them. How much is this?
She said $2 each.
Bill,
Bill.
thank you.
Bill. Bill.
Tell him you got him.
Found them. The
Your photos.
The photos you talking about?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
Oh, okay, I got them. They're back
You're
here.
back in the corner. Right here. I found the pictures for you.
Bill, here. I didn't look through all of them, but I grabbed the one for you because they're $2 each. So this is what I've got so far down there. I'm gonna keep looking. These postcards are $2 a piece. I'm getting some military ones. Christmas is cute, but
Should have brought one.
I'm very picky when it comes to postcards. So I just want to make sure there's no like Halloween stuck in here because it does not look like these were sorted. It just looks like they put a gigantic stack out and just put them for sale. You know what I mean? If you found them in a drawer or whatever. So these are cute. I like these too. These are Christmas tags. So I might grab those. Those are military I found. I'm gonna put them, I guess, inside this book so they do not get broken and torn up. Let's see, there's some more. Okay, but you guys will see this later. Gosh, this is my first time out of the basement. I want to work my way to the jewelry, but I'm guessing right now there's not a lot left. Oh, wow. There is a ton of stuff. I don't like cover. Oh, as is. It's a half. Okay, there's bags. Leave them there for a second. 1861. Books are $2. Oh, $8 on that. Okay, well, I have to get this. Oh, this is missing an entire cover. Is there another cover? Fall off? Okay. Okay, so guys, let's see. For $2 a piece, I'm gonna check and see. Looks like they're all like McGuffey readers. Yeah. Okay. No, there's a lot. Thank you. Mason and that's scrap. Mason scrap. 10.
220 or something more. You guys want any jewelry? We're gonna bag it up. Don't carry it around the house. Anything on this table. I realize it. Like I was just smiling. I figured most of the time I'm putting stuff out here. Yes.
The jewelry is not gold.
I don't know how much the butterfly is,
Got what?
I got a bunch of people in line before. Look at the case.
Yeah.
20.
I've got a bag back there. It says Bill G.
You want to mark it?
You hear me?
Yeah, I did too. Did you see these GARs?
Yeah, it's 2 rows.
There was a lot of jewelry I liked. Just beautiful things in the showcase. True Victorian pieces, gold. It was fabulous. But a lot of it was very, very expensive. And I understand. I mean, it is worth it. I can't, buy it to resell, and I'm not looking for myself. So I was basically sticking to whatever was on the table. And I'm just like, looking for stuff for resale. So I try to be very careful and go by basically what the price is. I know that sometimes I get items that I know are really good and unique, and it's exciting. So basically I'm looking at the price, and then I'll just have to go from there. But there's treasures. I mean, look at these watch fob chains. These are Victorian, but I believe this one was $55. Been here like, I don't know, a half hour. I had no clue.
You're funny.
I had no idea there was an upstairs. It's like, Barb, are you kidding me? This is wild. Oh, I wonder how much these quilts are. Is that 120? I'm glad we're on the same page.
No way. There's somebody who looks interesting. I'm not buying a ton, but I'm enjoying walking.
This is neat. This is just a piece. I wonder how much this one is. Oh, 60. Quilts are a little high, so I'm glad I didn't run right in to get those.
Do you come back usually, like the second day or anything?
I usually don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we could.
You might want to on this one for the 50% off.
I just can't believe. I'm going to set my stuff down and look at these clothes. I don't want to get in your way because I know we're so limited.
Door.
What is this? This says 18 for the whole basket.
She leaves them up for crafting.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen somebody scrap this.
Wow. All right, I'm going to gather my bags. Oh my gosh. Barb, I'll see you in the next room. This is so funny. And upstairs. I was looking and I just bumped you.
No, it was my fault.
This is so overwhelming. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Come on, just
Oh my gosh.
go ahead.
Which way you were going?
Yeah, it's very delicate.
Oh my gosh. I don't know about the clothes. Vintage costumes. Jeez, I can't believe this better.
Oh, boy.
My gosh. I had no idea this upstairs was here. This is insane.
So cute.
I'm being a little bit loud, but that is so cute.
That's really cute.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Whoa, that's interesting.
Really good. Oh, for sure.
You guys, is there a chart or is it? Oh, I see. It's taped on. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But the piece and sometimes it's precious.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, those are really
These the clothes are a little pricey. Oh, that's cute. I don't know if I want to take the time to actually go through all these. Because I do want to go back to the basement. This is actually really neat. Tropical building. of the window. What is this vintage clothing costumes? I don't know. It's an awful lot of stuff. 65. Probably going to be like, what is this? A bat? It's a bat outfit. I don't know. I don't think those are for me. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Even though there were a lot of really fun pieces of vintage clothing, I decided that I was going to probably not buy any. That little dress I held up, the child's dress, was $20 and it was cute, but I do get a lot of vintage clothing at the Goodwill bins, and I just didn't want to take the time and pay the price because there were so many other really unique items at this sale that I just thought I'm going to let somebody else deal with this because there's a lot of people that love clothing. So I'm going to move on.
I keep going around and around because I'm missing stuff. I can't think how many books are in here.
Amazing.
She had so many scrapbooks.
Yeah.
They're in every floor.
Very cool. That's how you know you have a really full life.
Yes. Stuff in scrapbooks.
This should be. This should open. Guess it's not working. It should open. It doesn't work. All right, I'm not gonna get that in. Okay, let's keep going. Butter press. I think I actually want to go back to the basement. All right, let's go on and go back down. This is saying it's okay. Okay. Oh, wait, what are those pillows? All right. All right, I'm frazzled. I've been in the house, I think, for hours. I spent $600 basically. I am so excited, but it's all right here. Bill, are you happy? How much did you spend?
260, I think.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna go home. We're gonna sort this out. I'm so excited. I might have to get a Starbucks for a little treat, so I'm excited. But $600, 500, 600. Oh well. Hey everyone, Bill and I just got back. Oh my gosh, what a day. I basically did spend close to $600, give or take a couple dollars. It was fuzzy at the end because I added a couple things, but this is it. And it doesn't look like a lot. I'm trying to decide if I should unbox it with you or set it all up and show you, because, you know, I don't want it to be a super long video. So I think I might get it out and sort it a little and then go through it with you. I want to tell you a little bit about the sale real quick, and I'll show you so you can see the stuff. So we basically got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. We left the house at 5:15, and we were number 4 and 5. And I don't know, there were between 40 and 50 numbers passed out at 8 when they let the people start getting the numbers. We got in line to get the number. Then the sale started at 9. We left around 11:30. And when we left at 11:30, the line to get in was still all the way down the driveway, probably 40 people. So we found out the reason why there were so many people in line was they let the first 20 people in, that was us, for 5 minutes. Then they let 20 more people in, so that's 40 people. And then nobody else could get in until somebody left. It was called one in and one out. So it was crazy. And I felt bad carrying all this stuff to the car because I had some friends out there in line. But anyway, I'm going to start getting it out, and then I'll show you and explain some stuff as we go. I'm excited. Hey everyone, welcome to the recap. I took my time and I organized everything, and it's actually the next morning. We had a lot of rain overnight. I want to show you. It's sort of like, sort of sad. Our Japanese maple tree was blooming and it smelled so good for 2 days. And last night the rain beat all the blossoms off the tree. Look at this. I know it's sort of stupid, but I'm going to show you anyway. Look at it. It looks like it snowed on our deck. I don't know if you could see it that well. Oh my goodness gracious. I was enjoying it. That's the tree. So, all right. So anyway, I wanted to fill you in. I did get a full calculation. I spent $749. That is a lot, but I got a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try to break it down a little for you. This won't be a video where I tell you like the profit on each item. I might tell you like a few things as we go, but I am so excited. It was an adventure, and I'm sorry about the video content because when I'm at a sale like that, I am locked in, I am focused, and I am, I don't know, not out of control, but I move pretty fast because I want to see it all, and I want to get as much as I can. And I ended up going through the entire sale 3 times. So yeah, I was there a total of, in the house, it opened at 9. You know, we were in line at 6. Let's see, 9, 10, 11. I was in there 2.5 hours. And I think I mentioned it that there were probably 50 people in line just to get in when I left. All right, so we're going to start. And I think we'll start over here on the counter first. All right, we're going to start here with some of the toys. And I know $749. It really adds up, but when you break it down and see how much I paid for things, some of the prices were really good. This was $8, and this price is actually put on with a sticky note, so that comes off really easy. Look at the graphics on this. I love this, and it's a good thing I did not do an unboxing. Every one of these was in the bottom of a recyclable tote. They were rolling all over my kitchen floor. I was chasing them so they didn't go over under the stove. It was crazy. But I love that. And a lot of this stuff will go to the shop. Now, I do have some going to Springfield Extravaganza. Look at this. I love this. Look at the little graphics. And it's a spelling game. Now, some of the box you can see here, it's torn off. But this is so cute. You match the letters up to the animals. And under here, there's a whole bunch of these cards. Look at the owl. I love it. There's a whole stack of those cards. And then I've got one more under here. Oops. This is cute. I'll turn around. This was $5. This is cute too. These are where you take the head and then you match it up to the animal. And again, there's a whole stack under here. Oh, cute. This has actually got a patent date of 1912, 1914. It's really fun. They had some great educational games back in the old days. And then, let's see. This is a puzzle. Looks like the shirt, or the horse is wearing a shirt. That's really cute. There's multiple puzzles, too, in here. So I thought that was fun. That's another piece that fell off. Then, in here, I have this Child's Victorian tea set. I'm going to try to lean over. And it was $20. I think there's a broken piece. Now, this is really dirty from being in the basement. I'm going to have to get that off. That's all dirt. I think one of the major pieces, like either the creamer, Yes, the creamer is broken, unfortunately. But it has a lot of pieces. It has the sugar bowl, the lids, there's the cups and saucers, and look at the plates. Now there's different pictures on the plates. So there's like, I think 4 different little poses. And the little rocker for 6, that's cute. And in this would have probably been a Victorian place card holder. It's moved out a little bit, see that? And you would put like a paper in there. But these are so nice to use at the shop for display. Usually I'll put them for sale like this. I'll probably put $12 on. Then I might put a like really nice postcard or trade card in there. But that's fun. All right. So when I went to check out, I don't even know if I was filming. I found this box under the steps. Now these are boxes that I took because when I have seen like porcelain or anything at a sale, I actually pack a couple boxes in the recyclable totes in case there's like small things. So I just set them in there. But it says baby and toddler clothing. Now, let's see. With the exception of this denim jacket, everything was in that box, not the doll. But I'll show you this that wasn't included. Look at this miniature vintage, probably 1950s, 1960s child's denim jacket. It is so tiny. And it actually has like a lining and there's a matching little shirt in it. Look at that. I thought that was cute. Okay. Oh, and this isn't included. All right, guys, so maybe I'm not telling you the truth. Let me go ahead and get this stuff out of the way so I could explain it better. Look at the baby booties. I love these. There's 4 sets in here for $6. All right, so we have that and that. And the doll. Okay, look at this. German bisque doll. Very, very, very dirty. And then the airplane, which I'm thinking I might get $35 for this airplane. It's brand new in the original plastic in there. That's cute. Okay, so here's the thing. There was no price and they did have some box lots. So when I checked out, I carried that entire box up and she apologized. She said, I'm sorry, we just didn't have time to price everything. So she said, I'll do $2 a piece. I didn't want to sort through. I didn't want to hold the line up. So I bought this beautiful little dress with the original bloomers. That is a tiny child's dress. This, because this is wonderful early fabric. This is like almost a homespun. I love that. And then I bought this. It is like a child's quilt top wall hanging. And it just sort of, not a prayer, but it says how they're thankful for everything and how there's this little stitching. So those were the 3 items I bought and I left everything. All right. So like I said, I actually went through the house 3 times. I went through the checkout twice. So that was still sitting on the floor next to her when I did my second checkout. And I just said, hey, instead of putting that back, would you take, I don't know, like $20 for the whole box? And she says, how about 30? So I bought it without, going through it. So what was included was this little bib. I pulled out the cute things. Look at that. These are a little like children's leggings. There's 2 of these. And I think they call them, I don't think they call children's version spats, but let me see if I can get in the light. They button over like a child who would be wearing a dress or something to keep their legs warm. And then these little pieces of string, or I don't know if they're elastic, they would go under the shoes. So those are sort of cute. And I got this bonnet. Now this stack, I did not count these. There has to be at least, oh my gosh, I'm going to say maybe at least 30. If I say 30, that's $1 a piece just for the dresses because I paid 30 for everything. But this entire stack is bloomers that match almost every dress, and there's a couple odd bibs. So look at this. I'm really sort of happy. Even if I put these out at the shop for a couple dollars a piece, look at this. And they're like small child size, maybe even like a toddler. Look at these. These are cute. and lots of little dresses. I mean, not little dresses, just like little white dresses. There's another cute one. So there is a lot. So there, they go all the way down. So that's a lot. All right, I think we've covered this whole section. Now, there's my portrait. This is the other group of stuff. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. And like I said, so far, it doesn't seem like I'm really spending a ton of money so far because nothing over here was really expensive. I think the $20 tea set and then the $30 clothing, that's $50. And then plus the other stuff. All right. I'm so excited. Okay. We're just going to start over here. I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start with some of the children's things. And I'm just going to hold this. I'm not going to do a sit down recap because it's only me. Tori is at school. Actually, you know, you've heard us say before, it's her senior year. She's actually staying on campus. So, because they have so much going on. So it was just Bill and I. And believe it or not, I woke up this morning to do work around the house and Bill went to an auction. Guess we never stopped buying. All right. So here is some stuff here that I want to show you. This is a miniature China head doll for $8. And look at this. I wanted this for that little tiny miniature penny doll. I don't even know if you can see it. Look at the size of my thumb. Yes, there's my fingers. I tore off with my nervous habit all the nail. And this, oh my gosh, I love him. This is Dr. Doolittle. I think is his name Rex Harrelson or whatever. Look at him. This thing is so funny. Oh my gosh, look at the giraffe. And he's actually got his bird. I love that. And as you can see, like there's the prices on these as I go. He was 10. And this little German lamb, I think she actually threw that in for free. This, oh my gosh, this was $5. I don't know if you could even see. It has some old paper writing on it. And let me see if I could open it with one hand. But on the front, it says something like, take a chance, acquire within. It's an old game. I'm guessing this is probably from like the 1850s. Look at these little miniature papers. I guess maybe it's like a fortune telling or whatever. I don't know if you call it fortune telling. Oh my gosh, did I just knock those over? But all these little papers have different little things on them. Little sayings and little like inquiries. I love that. I don't even know what it's worth. I just had to have it. I love the whole box. Oh, and look at this. I love it. It is one of those, I think they call them Stanhopes. I hope I'm saying that right. Where they were souvenirs and you look through and it has like a, you look through here and you hold it up to the light and it has a picture maybe of like Paris or the Niagara Falls, but look right here. It has the little like little history on it. It's so sweet. June 1890. And look at these little tiny pincushion frozen Charlotte dolls. They are hanging. They must have been hanging together on this thread, maybe in someone's sewing room, and then you could have used them as like a pincushion. And those were $8. How tiny and cute. This is a little China head. She's probably for a dollhouse. And these are miniature books. Now this one is a book, but it's also advertising. Look at that, for an old stove. It's a child's book. Then it has like the information here. There's the ad. And then these are miniature books. I have a couple in my own personal collection, but they're so hard to find. And look, they're very tiny. But look, kitty, and you know how I'm a cat person. So these are so cute. Look at that. And then they have little pictures too. There you can see the kitty. So I love those. I don't have the tag. I took the tag off because I wanted to make sure it didn't tear the books. Those, I actually paid a lot. They were $20. I saw those in the ad, and I told Bill, if you see those, grab them for me. And I didn't know the price, and he had already got them for $20. So, I mean, it's okay. I love them still. That's only like around $7 a piece. And then there's these. These are paper dolls. There's my loop. I had to take that. Let me set that over there. These are paper dolls, and they were advertising pieces, probably free premiums. I don't know if you guys know today, like they have the Red Rose Tea, has the little figures in them, the little animals. I don't know, there's not a whole lot today that has premiums. But they are advertising for Clark's wooden spools, like spools of thread. And you would get these, and they were advertisements. And look at this. There's the clothing, and then there's the head. It's all advertising. And they were paper dolls for your child. And see how they have the clothing? The clothing is separate, and you can change the clothes in and out, like with the different dolls. These are so neat. Look at these. These are probably from the turn of the century. So these are over 100 years old. I love those. And then this one's not the same thing, but it is like a little paper doll advertisement also. And it's for coffee, I believe. And you could turn the skirt and should stand. So that's sort of fun. So moving on, there's also this little book. Now, they have a sign up at the sale that says any book that was not marked is going to be $2. So I paid $2 for her. Look at this. Black cat, you know how I am. And $2 for this. And I'm going to stick this away for Christmas. Now, this Shirley Temple book, look at it. This is really big. She was $4, and I thought this was cute. It's a nice big book. Look at the pictures. Look at her with her tongue out thinking, this is a cute book, and it's in really good condition. So, like, that was $2, and this. Oh, my gosh, I love this. This book is so cute. Nanette goes to visit her grandmother. They used real dolls and toys in this book. I want to show you how cute some of these pictures are. Look at the old German dolls. Look, I don't know what the chick is doing on the table. Can you guys see that? Okay. Look at the German chairs. Look at the doll is in the bed. I want to show you the one that I love. Look at this. Jocko climbed a tall, tall tree. They're feather trees, guys. Isn't this the cutest thing? I love that. All right, so there's that. And this is a double chalkboard, and I believe that was $5. It came with the old chalk and an advertising little ruler. That's a tiny ruler. And then these are celluloid. These are called roly-poly toys, where they're weighted in the bottom. Those were $6 each. Look at that. And there is a bunny. I don't know. I might just sell the bunny. It would be nice to stick it away for Easter, but I mean, guys, that's a whole year. Look at the cat. Look at the cat's face. It does not look happy. I think I'll stay on the toys for just right now. This is interesting. I bought this and I thought it was really cute. It was $5, but I never took the doll out of the box. Raggy Doodle. U.S. Parachute Trooper. Look at this doll. This thing is so goofy. Look at the little goggles. It has a parachute, and on the parachute, it's a souvenir. I think this is around World War II, but it is from Fort Benning, Georgia. That's sort of hard to see, but it is. It says it's a souvenir, and it actually says Ragadoodle. And then look. It's got a paper. Oh, it does say World War II. That's fun. And then that's a little wrinkled, but it was all together. So I thought that was fun. One Tasha Tudor book. That is it. My friend Tina. Hi, Tina, if you're watching. I'm jealous. She got all the Tasha Tudor stuff. And you got those cards. I love those cards. I might end up buying a couple off of you if you still have them at the next show I see you at. But she got some good stuff, and we had fun. It's always fun to go and know some of your friends who are shopping there too. All right, let's keep going. This is an old wall telephone toy for a child, and it's wooden. And look, it still works. I paid $15. I'm probably going to take that to Springfield Extravaganza. And then this little Bambi is a Steiff. Steiff is a German toy company, if you're not familiar with it. can make some really nice high quality stuffed animals. Although speaking of high quality, this is not the best quality. Oh, I think, did I say that was 10? Look at the bunny. Here's a Stife bunny. Again, I should stick this away for Easter, but I don't know. Now that's one of the lesser quality Stife. And here's his little tag. Because he is plush versus mohair. Mohair is always a little more expensive. I think it's just because of the qualities and details. And look at this. I tried it last night when I got the stuff out. It's a wind up Cinderella and Prince Charming doll. And look, it's the original box. And on the bottom, it says, by permission of Walt Disney Mickey Mouse Limited. Look at that. That's got to be like right after Disney was invented, because it's so old. But it was on a shelf in the basement. And I don't know if you can see, it's really super dirty. It's $18. So I do need to wash that. Again, a lot of this is probably going to go to Springfield. Okay. Guys, I know this is $100 for this photo album. So I tried to break it down because there was only one photo in this entire album I wanted. So I had to justify the cost. I had to think, well, how much can I get just for an album with regular photos? Because whatever I sell the album and the photos for, I could justify the price of the one photo. All right, I'm going to open it up and show you. Here is the one photo. It is a Civil War soldier. The 17th Ohio Regiment. I don't know if that's the proper terminology, but I love military and I love Civil War and I love history. Now, I know we do have some viewers from other countries, so you may not know our history as much as your country, and that might be expensive for you to think I paid that much, but it's just that it's really neat because I have other things and I'm going to group together to sell it as one lot. So I'm going to put that aside for now. Also, that's the back. And I want to tell you something about the stamps when we go over to the other side with the other things. But this is filled. This is completely filled with photos. So I am still going to be able to, at the very least, get 60 for this because it is full. And it's nice. The hinge works, and, it is a nice album. Okay, so let's go over here and explain why I did pay the $100 for this album. All right, guys. Like I said before, this is from the Civil War. And as a collection, it is amazing to have things. Now, this is 150 years old, and it's getting harder to find. It really is. A lot of this has been lost or is in private collections. You just don't see it straight out of an estate, and this is from the actual house. So, the man's name I have here, I gotta find it all. His name is Miles Woodward. Okay, and this was his family's estate. Actually, the granddaughter, I've got a lot of the toys over there that you saw. A lot of this was his granddaughter's items. So whoever's home that is, if the granddaughter was around 1913, I am thinking that this was, great-great-great-grandfather. Okay, so we have the man's name, Miles Woodward. Here he is, and he's got his hat on, and he is from the 17th Ohio. And I want to show you on the back the stamp. Now, these other photos also have these stamps, but not all photos, because you've seen me buy and sell CDV photos before. They don't all have stamps. What happened was, during the war, different times throughout history, but these are the Civil War, they put tax stamps on items to help pay for the war. And you can see there's like 2 cents. This is 3 stamps. So if you went in to get your photo taken, when you got this back and you paid for it, you had to pay tax on it. And that tax would get a stamp to prove that you had paid your taxes or your tax on this item. And that helped fund the war. So there's a whole bunch of people that just collect CDV photos, from this, Civil War era with these stamps. So I wanted to show you that was a little different. All right, so there's Miles. We got Miles. So this is also interesting. This is a old postcard. Now, one thing I've mentioned before in the photos, if you've heard me say GAR, Grand Army of the Republic, that was like a reunion group. It would be like today's AMVETS or the Moose, or no, not really the Moose, but just like certain people of, that were in the military, they have their organization. So back then it was the GAR. So here, this was an old photograph. And it says Miles Woodward and Dr. It looked like, I don't know, somebody Jones and other Civil War veterans marching to Pennsylvania. Father is marked with an X and it's marked Eva. So here he is later, in his older years, and he is marching in a parade. I thought that was really super neat. So that is also with the family items. And this, oh my gosh, this was off of his hat. And the family put a little note on it here. And it says, "This is your father's Army hat band for Ella. And it's Miles Woodward from your mother." Look at that. That would have gone on his hat. Now I don't know if that was the actual hat it went on. I can't really see it. He may have had a different hat. He may have had different uniforms through the Army. But that is crazy. So there's that. Then this. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. It says, "Children, this is one of the butternuts the rebels here in the North pinned to their coats and dresses, and many of them were torn off by the Union girls and boys. Your mother, Mrs. M.N. Woodward." So they are talking about the rebels, and this is the Civil War. And if I'm understanding it right, these little butternuts are on a little pin. It's hard to see. So they may not have had buttons during the war, and they were using the nuts as buttons. And I am reading it. It is sort of mean because, the Union versus, you have the North and the South, they would tear these off. The kids would tear them off the other kids' jackets and clothing. So I thought that was really neat. That's $6. Oh, and I paid $20 for the ribbon. And since he was in the GAR, that was his reunion, his reunion organization. These were little souvenirs that he would get if he went to one of the little encampments, they called them, where they were like reunions. They got together. This one is actually a canteen, and it has writing on it. But look at how old and worn that is. And that one is pretty large. And then there's this one. These were 10 apiece. And it says, "We drank from the same canteen, 1861 to 1865. So those are really special. And then this book I bought, it was $8. It says The Last 4 Weeks of the War. So I have quite a bit of things. Now there's a lot of postcards over here that are military. And these I put separate because these are actually from Miles to his granddaughter, the one who, we got all the children's toys over there. And I guess I have a variety. So this is Dorothy. So Dorothy is one of the family members. That was one of the granddaughters. So one of the granddaughters, since this is like a military one, she's sending it to the grandma, which is Miles's wife. And look at this. This is the GAR. And look, see the picture? And it says, to Grandpa from Dorothy and Lillian. So the grandchildren were sending the grandpa, who was in the Civil War, the reunion postcard. And look at the soldier. This one says, it's to Dorothy Woodward, which is, his granddaughter. Dear granddaughter, the National Day sets apart to honor the meaning of those who fought in 61 through 65. It's near at hand. You all, no doubt, will take some part in this exercise. We think of going to Pennsylvania. There's only 3 old soldiers there. Sincerely, Grandma and Grandpa Woodward. And it's dated 1916. So he's talking about how it's dear to his heart this day, and they're hoping they recognize it and appreciate it. And here is another Civil War card. And it's also like to their friend, and it says, it would be a pleasure indeed to join you one more time on your Declaration services. The loyalty of the Duncan Falls people and our flag and our country is a worthy example to its rising generations. I have been there enough to be convinced. Very truly yours, Miles Woodward. So it looks like they're going to go visit somebody, maybe for one last reunion. And look at this. Now, I did not buy this. They had one of the badges there, and I wish I would have got it because we weren't the first ones in the door. We were 4 and 5, and the guy number 1 that flew in from Georgia grabbed almost all of this stuff first. But this is also to Dorothy, his granddaughter, and it says, this is an emblem that your Grandpa Woodward wears, and I presume your other grandfather also. And peace with all of Garland, crowned, however, goods in the smiling years. The peace and with the garland and the crowns, and it talks about, that's what he wore. And then there's one more. And it's also to the granddaughter. Dear granddaughter, busy with your books and something. Hope you observe Memorial Day. I have gathered my Army history in a bunch and tied it together to give you with some other items. I could not yet do so, but I'm hoping to get them to you soon. Your loving grandfather, Grandpa Woodward. So he is getting this all together for his granddaughter. And look, this is a tintype of him later in his life. You can see it's marked. And this is his Bible. And it says inside his name, Miles Woodward. And it's like Company 17th something. I think it's H. I'm going to write it all out better so you can see it better. And this was his Bible from the Civil War. And then I also have this. This 9th Ohio belonged to the other grandfather. And I have these other 2 Civil War programs. And Miles is actually listed in here as one of the secretaries. So that's pretty amazing. I'm going to put that all together, and I am going to take that to Springfield. And I know it may sound crazy, but that's an entire history. And I'm thinking with all the items and all the history, I might put $500 on that. I know it sounds crazy, but this stuff is really hard to find, and it's exciting. I mean, this was bought directly from the family. All right. So I know that was a long, episode. So we're going to move on, guys. I got all these little dolls. Now, these are German disc, and they're in their original boxes. Let me see. Yeah, here's some of the lids. Italian Gentleman. There's the different ones. These are cute. These are $6 a piece. These are probably from the 1930s. And I got 6 of these, and they're all in the original box. And this, oh my gosh, this is Stife. Look at this ratty cat. It was $4. The tag says Stife Original Fluffy. Guys, There is nothing fluffy about the cat anymore, but I had to have it. Look at its eyes. It is so ratty and falling apart, but I love this cat. It's so goofy. All right, this is cute. This looks like somebody had something like an anniversary party, and they're all like little calling cards, and on the back it's dated like 1884, the very last card. And I don't want to tear the fabric, but you can see, or the little ribbon inside, it's got the names. So I think that's a little anniversary. I got this book. It's a Quaker book. And this is cute. Look at this. The photographs in the basement I thought were $2 a piece. And when I went to check out, they were $4 a piece. And she was nice. I mean, she honored the fact that I made a stupid mistake. And she sold them for me for $2 a piece. So I was happy. And I did apologize. I was willing to pay the $4, but, you know, she offered. So I may appreciate the discount. There's that. I just thought it was neat. These postcards, I like any old postcard of very small towns, not like New York or Chicago. So these are all like from Malta, McConnellsville, and Miles was actually from McConnellsville. So there's that. I like that. I got a whole stack of those. And look at this. I have a whole group of people at the shop who collect these and always ask me if I have these old holly boxes. So I did get the little holly box, and inside, look at the microscopic tintype. Look at it. Look at it with the little tiny frame. Guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save that and glue it in a dollhouse. Do you know me? I love those little miniatures. Okay, this is out of the box, but I want to show you. This is a German toy sewing machine. Look at it. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. I love it. And inside, there's the original instructions. I know the box is actually falling apart, but it's all there. And then there's the clip and the little screwdriver to change the needle. I think I'm actually going to glue this back on, and I'll probably take that to Springfield. I got some stitch work that was sort of cute, like little mottos. These were 4 for $10. See how tiny these are? These are not milk bottles. These are actually creamers. This little horn was $5. Now the end goes on it. I don't know, maybe because it kept falling off, but I'm going to put it on there when I do sell it. And the daisy butter churn. I have never had a daisy butter churn with the label. Look at the paper label. Look at that. It is so complete. And when you turn it around, let me see if I can turn it around. This glass. This was $34, which is a good deal. It's got all the marking. I don't know if you could see it in the reflection. It's a number 40. It's just really super dirty because it was on a shelf in the basement. Look at a little tiny teapot for a child. And look at the planter's nuts. $4. I love it. And this has got old stenciling on it. And it's small, maybe more for a child. This was the only thing I bought upstairs. I know they had all those clothing. I should have gone up again. I did not go upstairs a second time or a third time. And I was sort of crowded and I didn't want to deal with it with the clothes. I do get a lot of clothes. They're not great sellers. This is $8 for the set. Now these are like a salt and pepper shaker. I've actually had these before and I've used them as hat pin holders. They always sell as hat pin holders. If I put hat pins in, they almost never sell as shakers. Oh my gosh, you guys have heard of Chiclets gum? This is probably 100 years old. It's marked Chiclets, and it would be like in a little general store, like a little countertop, where you'd scoop the gum out and give it to people when they bought it. This is a candle snuffer. This is my little Christmas section. These are actually old tags that went on your Christmas package. I love these. Look at that. These are so cute. And then this is Denison. That's like the old paper company. And this is a party magazine. I am going to save this for Christmas. And it tells you different ways to use their crepe paper or tissue paper. I love it. I've had the ones that are Halloween, and they're usually very, very desirable. I've got as much as $75, $85 for those before. I've never had the Christmas one like this. That's called the Party Magazine. Oh, this is a walking stick. It was $16, and it is marked Sterling. Okay, this I'm gonna have to do some repair. This is a shadow box, and it's hard to tell. In it are seashell flowers. Now this is Victorian. This is 1870s, 1880s. And look at the hand-woven basket. So I will probably have to try to get the back off and do repairs. Look at that. I love that. The fish cutting board. I always sell these at the shop, and the pig. The Valentine box, I actually got it out of the trash in the basement, and when I went to pay, she just gave it to me. Okay, I think, oh no, I have the jewelry. Okay, this was $10. I thought that was pretty. That is a Victorian pen. I'll probably maybe take that to Springfield. This is a sterling silver trout. Oh my gosh, I love it, $8. And then these, I wasn't really buying that stick pen. These 3 fish are from Gordon. I don't know if that's the modern Gordon Frozen Fish Company, but it says Gordon Fish Foods. They're advertising stick pins. They look pretty old. They look like 1920s. So that was $12 for all those. Okay, I think that is it. Oh my gosh. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And I know it's a lot of money, but I don't know. I went it through with you, so it's not like I overpaid, I don't think, for anything. It's just, unfortunately, it does add up. So, I mean, I do have a lot of money put out, and I'm going to have to work really hard. I'm actually going to price some of this and box it up for Springfield now. I know it's early. It's a few weeks off, but I don't know. It'll be here before you know. But I had a lot of fun. It was a great sale. There were some other things I missed. Tina got the dollhouse furniture. Oh, Tina, I'm so jealous. But I know I got way too much. I mean, I got a lot, so I'm happy. I can't complain. So I guess, guys, spring is here and sales are breaking out, and I can't wait to start, you know, getting garage sales and Tori graduating and having her join me on adventures. So I guess that's it for now. I guess that's it, guys. Bye.